Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. The Indian Space Research Organization ISRO will launch the Nissar Earth observation satellite developed jointly with the American Space Agency NASA on the 30th of this month at 1740 hours from Sriharikota. GSLV F-16 heavy lift rocket will place the satellite into 743 km sun synchronous orbit. The Nissar satellite will scan the entire globe every 12 days and provide high resolution all weather day and night data and enable a wide range of applications. Nissar, developed jointly with NAS, will be the sharpest eye in the sky. It is the first satellite to observe Earth with a dual frequency synthetic aperture radar. NASA's L band and ISRO's S band radar will use NASA's large 12-meter unflurable mesh reflector antenna that is integrated into ISRO's modified satellite. The L band radar can penetrate thick forests and dense vegetation, while the S band provides crystal clear surface details. It will observe Earth using SweepSAR technology for the first time. The radar can detect subtle changes in Earth's surface to monitor sea, ice, vegetation, storm tracking, soil moisture changes, surface water mapping, and disaster probabilities. The Supreme Court on 22nd July issued notice to the centre and all state governments on issue of imposition of timelines on governors and president to act on a bill in absence of a constitutionally prescribed time limit. In the aftermath of the apex court verdict in Tamil Nadu bill case, President Draupadi Murmu in May this year had asked the apex court to report its opinion on constitutional options available to governor and president when bill is presented before them under Article 200 and Article 201 of Constitution. Earlier in April 2025, a two-judge bench of the Supreme Court, using its inherent powers under Article 142 of the Constitution, resolved a standoff between the Tamil Nadu government and Governor R.N. Ravi over the delay in granting assent to the bills passed by the Assembly. It had ruled that Governor Ravi's refusal to approve 10 bills in Tamil Nadu was both illegal and arbitrary. The top court held that once a bill is returned, repassed by the legislature, and presented again to the governor, it is not open for governor to reserve it for the president's consideration. The court also set a 3 months deadline for the president to act on the bill passed by the legislature for a second time. The judgment apparently brought presidential actions under judicial review by favoring a three-term deadline, promoting the president to make a reference under Article 143 of Constitution. Article 143 provides that the President may invoke the advisory jurisdiction of Supreme Court on matters of public importance or constitutional interpretation. Government said the preparation for Census 2027 has started with the publication of Gazette notification on 16th of last month. In a written reply in Lok Sabha, Minister for State of Home Affairs Nityananda Rai said a two-day conference was held in this regards on 3rd and 4th of July in New Delhi. This conference was attended by directors of census operation, senior officers from directorates of census operation, and officers from the Office of Registrar General and Census Commissioners. The conference featured discussion on roadmaps of ensuing census and its related activities. These include finalization of frame of administrative units, collection of data through mobile apps, management and monitoring of census activities through census management and monitoring system, portal, self enumeration, and training of census functionaries. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has remarked that the arrival of the first batch of Apache helicopters on 22nd of July for the Indian Army is a significant step towards strengthening India's defense capabilities. He added that these advanced helicopters will enhance the Army Aviation Wing operational effectiveness, especially in challenging terrains. Mr. Singh pointed out that this is a proud moment reflecting the government's commitment to modernize the armed forces. Iran has reached an agreement in principle to hold nuclear talks with the UK, France, and Germany, according to an Iranian media. The talks are expected on Friday at the deputy foreign minister level and will be separate from Iran's indirect negotiations with the US. These countries were part of the original 2015 nuclear deal, which the US left in 2018 under President Trump. Efforts to revive the deal stalled after Israel attacked Iran on June 13th, just days before the planned round of talks between Iran and the US. Iran and US remained at a standstill, with Iran demanding guarantees against future attacks by the US and Israel, who recently targeted Iranian nuclear sites. The United Arab Emirates has dispatched its largest humanitarian aid ship to Gaza as part of its intensified relief campaign for embattled region. Departing from Khalifa port in Abu Dhabi on Monday, the vessel named Khalifa Humanitarian Airship is carrying 7,166 tons of essential supplies including food, medical equipment, clean water and materials for temporary shelter. The mission is a major component of the UAE's ongoing Operation Gallant Night 3, a comprehensive initiative that has previously delivered assistance via airlift and land convoys. This maritime shipment marks the country's largest sea based aid delivery to date, reinforcing the UAE's growing role in regional humanitarian effort. The cargo includes urgently needed medical supplies to alleviate shortages in Gaza's hospital, non perishable food items to combat rising hunger, and shelter materials for families displaced by conflict. Development and ground testing of human rated launch vehicle of the country's first human space flight program, Gaganyaan, has been completed. This was stated by Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh in a written reply in the Lok Sabha this week. The minister said propulsion systems for the crew module and service module have been developed and tested. The government has set a target of crewed spaceflight in 2027 and laid out long term ambitions in space, including setting up Bharatiya Antariksha Station by 2035 and sending the first Indian to moon by 2040. At least 12 people have been killed and several other injured after clashes erupted between Thailand and Cambodia in a dramatic escalation of a long running border row between the two neighboring countries. Both countries have blamed each other for starting the fight. According to media reports, Cambodia fired RT shells and rockets into Thailand, while the Thai military scrambled F 16 jets to carry out air attacks. Thailand has closed its border with Cambodia, while Cambodia has downgraded its ties with Thailand, accusing its military of using excessive force. The century old border dispute between Cambodia and Thailand, reignited in 2008 over Cambodia's bid to register a contested 11th century temple as a UNESCO site, has led to sporadic clashes, with renewed tensions flaring in May after a Cambodian soldier was killed. Since then, both nations have imposed trade and border restrictions and bolstered military presence, marking the lowest point in bilateral ties in over a decade. India and United Kingdom signed a free trade agreement at Chequers, paving the way for shared prosperity of India and UK in various sectors, including trade and defense. After the signing of the FTA, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his press statement, said that today marks a historic day in India UK bilateral relations. He expressed happiness that after many years of hard work, comprehensive economic and trade agreement between the two nations have been concluded. He noted that this agreement paves the way for shared prosperity of India and UK. He stated that Indian textile, footwear, gems, jewelry, seafood, and engineering goods will get better market access in the UK. He added that processed food industry will find new opportunities in UK market. He said this agreement will prove especially beneficial for India's youth, farmers, fishermen, and MSME sectors. Union Home and Cooperation Minister Amit Shah announced the National Cooperative Policy 2025 at Atal Akshay Urja Bhavan in New Delhi. The policy, seen as a major reform initiative, is expected to guide India's cooperative movement for the next 2 decades from 2025 to 2045. According to the Ministry of Cooperation, the new policy has been formulated to modernize the sector and align it with the vision of prosperity through cooperation, also known as Sahakar Se Samriddhi. It will serve as a roadmap to boost grassroots level development and enhance role of cooperatives in achieving goal of Viksit Bharat 2047. India's first national cooperative policy was introduced in 2002, providing a basic framework for managing the economic activities of cooperative institutions. The new policy aims to make cooperative institutions more inclusive, professionally managed, and future ready. A 48-member committee chaired by former Union Minister Suresh Prabhu has prepared the new policy. The policy is expected to bring structural changes by cooperative ecosystem, promoting innovation, transparency, and sustainability. Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that India has successfully achieved 20% ethanol blending in petrol by 2025, 5 years ahead of the original target set for 2030. Highlighting the country's clean energy progress, the minister noted that ethanol blending in petrol has risen from 1.5% in 2014 to 20% in 2025, a nearly 13-fold increase over 11 years. Mr. Puri emphasized that the shift towards ethanol blended fuel has not only bolstered energy security but also led to significant economic and environmental benefits. Ethanol production has surged from 38 crore liters in 2014 to 661 crore liters by June 2025. As a result, India has saved approximately 1 lakh 36 lakhs crore rupees in foreign exchange by reducing its dependency on imported crude oil. At the same time, 1.96 lakh crore rupees have been paid to distilleries, fueling the growth of domestic biofuel industry. Additionally, 1.18 lakh crore rupees has been disbursed to farmers, thereby enhancing rural income and supporting the agriculture economy. The environmental impact has been equally significant. The increased use of ethanol blended petrol has helped reduce carbon dioxide emissions by 698 lakh tons, contributing to India's climatic goals. The ethanol used in blending is primarily derived from crops such as sugarcane, reinforcing the initiative role in supporting Indian agriculture. Recently, the cabinet approved a price hike for ethanol produced from molasses for the current marketing session. India has resumed issuing tourist visas to Chinese nationals from this week after a 5 year hiatus. Visas can be applied online and obtained after an appointment at Indian Embassy in Beijing and consulates in Shanghai and Guangzhou. The Indian Embassy in Beijing, in a statement, informed that Chinese citizens can apply for tourist visas to India after completing an online application, scheduling an appointment, and personally submitting their passport and other required documents to the Indian visa application centers. The move comes close after the resumption of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra on 30th of last month. India signed 6 memorandum of understandings with Maldives to enhance cooperation across multiple sectors following wide-range talks between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu at the presidential office in Malé. The key areas include fisheries and aquaculture, meteorology, digital public infrastructure, a UPI, Indian pharma, and concessional line of credit. India announced a new line of credit of 4,850 crore rupees to support the infrastructure development and other activities in the island nation. An amendatory agreement was also exchanged between the two countries, which reduces Maldives' annual debt repayment obligations by 40% from $51 million to $29 million. Both sides also announced the commencement of negotiations for the launch of a free trade agreement. They exchanged terms of reference of the proposed FTA in this regard. Speaking on the occasion, Maldives President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu expressed gratitude to India for extending a line of credit. He stated that the line of credit will be utilized in various sectors including defense, ports, healthcare, education, and housing. President Muizzu highlighted that India is the principal partner of Maldives in healthcare sector. He assured that Maldives is committed to further strengthening cooperation with India. Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.